5 Short Christmas Stories of 2024 on Reddit. First story. A for canceling Christmas dinner because my husband's secret Santa gift was for his gaming buddy and not me? I'm currently hiding in our bedroom with a bottle of wine, while my husband plays video games in the living room, probably telling his online friends how I ruined Christmas. My phone is blowing up with texts from his mom, calling me selfish, and I'm debating whether I should just block her until New Year's. Let me explain what led to this festive meltdown. For context, I, 28F, have been married to my husband, 30M, for 3 years, and we host Christmas dinner every year for his family. This year, I went all out, decorating the house, planning an amazing menu, even hand-making some of the table decorations. Meanwhile, my husband has been too busy with work, read, his online gaming, to help with anything. A few weeks ago, we decided to do a secret Santa gift exchange with his family, including a $100 budget. My husband got assigned me, which I thought was sweet because he could easily get me something thoughtful without needing hints from anyone else. I, on the other hand, got his dad, and I spent weeks hunting down the perfect vintage vinyl record he's been searching for. Fast forward to today. After spending all morning in the kitchen preparing Christmas dinner, I decided to sneak a peek at the gifts under the tree. That's when I noticed a box with my husband's handwriting addressed to someone named the Warlord. Confused, I opened it, yes, I snooped, sue me, and inside was a $150 custom-made gaming headset. For context, my husband has a gaming buddy he plays with almost every night who goes by the Warlord. At first, I thought maybe he got an extra gift for his friend. But then it hit me, he spent more on a gift for his gaming buddy than he did on me, his wife. I checked the gift he got for me and it was a $20 candle. Yes, a candle, with the generic message, Merry Christmas. Love, husband's name. I'm not even a candle person. I confronted him immediately. He laughed and said, it's just Secret Santa, not a big deal. Besides, the Warlord and I have been gaming together for years. You wouldn't get it? No apology, no explanation, just excuses about how I'm overreacting and ruining the holiday spirit. At that point, I'd had enough. I walked back to the kitchen, packed up the food, and told him Christmas dinner was canceled. His mom and sister started blowing up my phone, accusing me of being petty, but honestly, I don't even care. I'm not about to serve dinner to a man who thinks his online buddy deserves more effort than his wife. So here I am, drinking wine in my pajamas, while the ham I spent hours glazing sits untouched in the fridge. Am for canceling Christmas dinner and making a point? Or should I have just sucked it up and let the Warlord win this one? Second story. For telling my wife I don't want to spend Christmas with her family every year? Advice needed. My 30M, wife 28F, comes from a very close-knit family. Every single Christmas, we spend the holidays with her parents, sister, and her sister's family. It's always the same. Wake up at their house, open presents, big lunch, and an evening spent playing board games. Don't get me wrong, I love her family and the tradition is nice. But here's the issue. In the 6 years we've been married, we've never had a Christmas that's just us or even one with my side of the family. My parents live across the country and traveling to see them during the holidays is expensive, so we usually end up visiting them another time of year. This year, I suggested we do something different. I wanted to spend Christmas just the two of us and our daughter, 5F, at home or even go to my parents for once. My wife immediately shut it down, saying Christmas is meant to be with her family, and it would break their hearts if we didn't come. When I pressed the issue, she said I was being selfish for not valuing the traditions that are important to her. I told her it feels like her family's feelings always come first and that I want to start our own traditions, even if it's just every other year. Now she's upset and told me I've ruined the holiday spirit. Her parents even got wind of the conversation, not sure how, and are now saying they don't know what they did to make me feel unwelcome. Am I the jerk for wanting to switch things up for Christmas? Or should I just accept that her family's traditions are the default? Third story. My father just called me to wish me Merry Christmas. I've been homeless for 3 months. Just need to vent. As title says, I've been homeless for 3 months. My father lives about an hour away from the Library Park Taco Bell/Dunkin' Donuts where I spend time. He lives with his wife. They have a 2-floor house. His wife's son and his wife live on the 2nd floor. They have a fully finished basement. When I was about to become homeless, I asked to stay there for a few months so I could get back on my feet. Answer was absolutely not. What kind of sadistic fucking behavior is this? 2 days ago it was 15 degrees Fahrenheit outside. He hasn't responded to my phone calls for 2 months or so, but calls me to wish me Merry Christmas? Thanks for reading. I guess Merry Christmas to you all. Fourth story. Another worst Secret Santa story. It just so happened that I drew my boss and my boss drew me. There was a $20 limit, so I decided to get her favorite brand and scent of fragrance oil she used in her office diffuser. The oil cost $15, so I put it in a cute box full of tiny origami stars I'd made and strung into a garland for the back of her monitor. She loved decorating her office. I received a card, and inside was a note that said, "It's been a pleasure working with you this year, now go clean out the storeroom." I smiled and pretended there was a big joke inside, but my boss, laughing and smiling, took my card and read it aloud to everyone. A few people laughed, then the HR lady, her best friend, asked if there was a gift. My boss said she'd take care of me later. The taking care of me was letting her drive me through the Starbucks drive-thru and having a coffee on her company credit card while she spent the 10-minute drive not apologizing and raving about her very funny joke. I smiled and chuckled and sipped my Pike Place and held back tears. $15 isn't much, but every dollar counts, and I had decided to short my own mother a stocking stuffer because of the Secret Santa. I found a new job a few months later and spent the last few months there avoiding my boss. The kicker. HR asked if I received a present from my boss. I told the truth and said she bought me a coffee on the company card. She said she was sorry and would look into it. Crickets. Meanwhile, my boss's monitor looked adorable, her office smelled fragrant, and I hope she told her story of how she fucked me over the holidays and got at least a small side eye. Fifth story. AI Day for canceling Christmas plans late on Christmas Eve after everyone had already arrived? I, 25M, was meant to host my siblings, 19M and 21F, for Christmas. Our mom died several years ago and I finished raising them because the asshole who made us walked out when my mom was pregnant with my brother. My siblings don't remember him, but I do. My memories of him are not happy ones, and I even remember him hitting my mom twice. The thing is, we were better off without him, but he avoided child support even though mom chased him through the courts for years. He never paid. I always hated him. I always hoped he died at some point and would never be able to fuck up our lives again. My siblings didn't really talk about him, and neither did I. Though we did talk about what he did to mom and the bad stuff I remembered outside of that. There were 2 times years ago when they asked mom and she answered their questions in the best way she knew how. When mom died, my siblings were both under 18, so I moved them in with me and we made it work. I also helped them go to college, which is what they wanted. I was finally able to afford a nice place for myself, and I always welcomed them to stay with me if we needed to, and it was clear I would be hosting Christmas for us for at least a few years. This year wasn't an exception, and they arrived yesterday morning. We hung out all day and they had mentioned a hotel, and I asked if they had rooms in one and they said no, that they thought we should go to a hotel restaurant one of these days. But they were acting off, and by 11 p.m. last night I found out why. They had reached out to the guy who made us and had a relationship with him, and they knew I didn't want one but decided to invite him to my home for Christmas. They told me they wanted us to be a family. I said no, and I told them I was never letting that man into my life. They said I can't avoid him while they have a relationship and to give it a chance, and it's Christmas and family. I told them to stop and that he will never be my family. They told me he was in a hotel room waiting to come today for Christmas Day dinner. We argued and they told me I needed to give this a chance, and he's my dad. I told them I wanted nothing from that man and I wish he died and left us the fuck alone. They told me it's horrible to wish someone dead, and that he was coming whether I wanted him to or not. I kicked them out and told them none of them are welcome, and I said if he fucks them over or beats them or threatens them, which he did to me when I was just a little kid, then they should not come to me because I wouldn't pick up the pieces. I said they know what he did and they still want him, and they went behind my back, and I would not celebrate with them or fix this for them. They didn't expect it and argued that I couldn't cancel Christmas and we're family and I couldn't leave them to the streets. They had the choice to join him at the hotel or to drive back to campus overnight. I told them that. They texted a bunch, but I didn't reply, and I woke up a while ago to more of them. The end. Comment below your own thoughts. Choose here your next story. Thank you so much for watching. If you really like it, then just simply like the video. If you don't, then let me know in the comment why you did not, so I can improve the quality. Subscribe, curious listener, to motivate me so I can create more content for you guys. See you in the next one.